quite European in terms of how much exposure they get to the region. I think that probably means they're playing against teams like Nemiga in practice when they're boot camping tons.
Surely.
And this will be a matchup where these two opponents know each other and are feeling confident. That provides some of the best rounds possible.
Oh, and Sonny is looking real rambunctious, trying to force that fight in middle. Doesn't get a chance to kill Zwei. Youngest player at the major for the record. Xanter gonna follow through into CT spawn. He's gonna let the cleanup duty come through from Zwei. Zwei and Con, in fact, who get to kill both sides, but the bomb gets dropped, so good on them to fight forward into it.
Just kill everybody.
BRN comes out, he'll catch the back of Con turn, but the bomb's been able to go join its two teammates inside that site. So A is there for the taking. Nemiga gonna force the hands of MIBR into a retake in the first round of play. Zwei has had enough. 3 kills deep for the 17-year-old sensation.
The new youngest player at a major. Here he is.
Draws safe out, and nobody there to actually help out. Now a smoke grenade's gonna drop on top of bomb. This could get weird. Trying to cause panic, comes back through smoke. Gun just denies him, and there's no kit. Regardless.
Oh, that's a knife kill. That's a lot of money.
Clear will make some cash.
Yeah, that's actually pretty big to... okay, pretty big to make some... Come on, Kerrigan does that. All right, you can't do that.
That's got to be against the rules. Flag on the play. Boost on A site.
Took a step.
Yeah, they know about him, and they deal with the player in the background. Xanter making very quick work of MIBR. Frag grenades to go pelt that back site.
So, it could get hairy. MIBR correct to stand in front of this and just wait. Uh-oh, that's a bad miss on the volley.
Yeah, still recoverable, luckily. You've got Con coming out. And yeah, they've got it all wrapped up, so end of story. Once upon a time. Just kind of floating out there, aren't you, Xanter? Dead in the water, him and Risky Bob. Easy opening kills for MIBR in both mid and front cave. Zwei's gonna try to swing out, and that's gonna cost him his life. Nice double from Exit.
Huge. Exit was already low when he took that duel.
So guns definitely making a difference here. First outing for MIBR with rifles, and it's looking like they're around to win. Bomb's still stuck outside of the B site, so we'll take red control and see where it goes from here.
At least BRN is here waiting for the lurk through window. Fast step comes through. Everything's covered. Now it's just a matter of, will Lear save, or is it worth pretending that you can't? Lear is that one skill in Pokemon you always replace for something better, right?
Yep. Very true. Not to say he needs to be replaced. Gets the headshot on Lukowski here, but little does he realize the whole team's kind of waiting for you. And Exit's got the shadow advantage, so clean pre-fire to close out as MIBR win their first with 4 players standing. Ready to hit this, aren't they? 4 players ramp up already on that deep angle, so they're going to be afforded to clear out sight. Yeah, you're not gonna hide from that one, Lukowski. Exit bails back into cave. He will run all the way back to the front room as BRN comes out with a kill.
That's a nice find. Oh, this nade is
open it up.
Beautiful. Oh, there's
Not
too many
quite.
smokes.
And Insani winds up getting a kill in the process. So unfortunately for Con, he's just kind of out of the engagement, and he's lost his teammate on site as well, and they all know damn well what he's up to. He's been trying to pop these smokes open. MIBR, good job, I think, by hanging on to the cave control.
Oh.
Con's still given another chance at this. Fire down beneath him, frag in the front, nice quick scope into safe, but that's all he's gonna find in the post plants. Despite his best efforts to really hold them back, unfortunately, didn't open the smoke fully, and that was just what allowed that short retake to come out.
Up trained on A main with 2 players walking up. Oh, but they're breaching B at the same time. And, oh, okay, Xanter gets killed, exit. Nice awareness.
Khan's gonna get the only frag for the side of Nemiga. And the A defense is able to just remain tucked in the backside, comes out on its own accord. And that's a 5th one for BRN. Poor Lear left to just walk the lonely halls of Cave again. MIBR timed this game up 3 rounds apiece. And that was curious, the way they went for the 2-player A main approach, but also with not even just like sitting outside of B, already top of ramp.
And the bomb was outside B, where it felt like that was where the fake was going, but they clearly had some intention, just calling that out of spawn. Either way, it doesn't work, and MIBR clearly ready for it, so they'll have to go back to the drawing board. That gamble fails.
Ouch. Jeez Louise. Lukowski's job made all the easier now as they're going to boost up. You're going to lose a huge belt of utility on Lear as well if he dies. Pistols try to swing through him, and he'll hold on for dear life with the flashbangs he still has. Could try to get him and his 2 teammates into this site before the full rotate comes over. Incendiary's going to slow it down, though. And if the Cave player goes first, he's got 2 sets of eyes on him. Huge wall bang.
You're kidding.
Offshot will make up for it and safe as he just draws back, invites his teammates over. That is a site in control for Nemiga, but only for a second. Lear's Deagle comes out with a 2nd kill this round, but the nade's got his name on it. Biara Nazan catches it from the CT rotate, and that is officially MIBR with the lead.
Yeah.
They're gonna walk it down the ramp. So again, just I think starting to kind of find this groove of confidence. The constant poke and prod that's going down outside of the B site does open a door for Xanter. Sometimes Insani's up here in Red Room, but right now there's a gap as he comes back from the halls of B.
Dude knows a flash retake here. Scary for Insani, but he's the guy with the aim. Oh, but not when you don't have your gun out. They don't actually clear that at all.
Critical error.
And now Lukowski.
Nothing. Teammate behind him also with nothing there. Insani and Co. Ouch. That's a bit of a fumble.
Yeah, I mean, they did the flash retake on B, so they knew that mid was light, and I don't think MIBR understood the information they gave over when that happened. Xanter really sped up in through window. But you know it's bad when I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that.
You know what I mean?
Which one?
It's Falcons. Here we go, putting out the fire, trying to keep the tempo up. Exit slides out from Cave, and good thing he does. Xanter tries to disrespect it. Now Insani's got his back exposed, doesn't give a damn. Locks in the mid control first, loses a player over towards Cave, sure, but did his job and then some. Man advantage off the back of his hold.
They took out exit, so they might not think BRN's already here. But the flash is perfect. Even though they don't get the kill, they push him back.
Fire is supposed to hold him there, but yeesh.
Oh, he
Great
actually got
cover.
off. That's huge. Wow, 2v2 now. They've got some searching to do, though. They don't know where everyone is.
Lear hits a zinger of a headshot. Safe's gonna walk that off around the corner. Finds Khan in the backdrop. Now Lear, another headshot comes out. Looking for number 4. It eludes him, and it's an MIBR retake to stick the landing on the final draw. Big multi-kill there for Insani. Handling the heat out middle. Definitely kept the BRN focus on site.
Yeah, the trades are just favorable slightly here for MIBR when they went for elbow control, and I appreciate Nemiga just, you know, repetitively throwing bodies at it, but whoever comes out last, you know, he had the worst job ever. I'm not even sure it actually made sense for him to do that. But he thought he was going to get some help from Cave, and it's just a good sign they trust each other.
Again, though, Xanter wants a piece of the action on this B site, and if Exit's able to hold Cave as he continuously does, you can just try to go up ramp instead, but Lukowski is going to hang on to the back lane. Exit drops with nothing. Rare sight here on the B site. Xanter, while blind, connects onto the next one. Insani, it's just the 1 kill, and a little cleanup here for BRN,
so crazy,
but the continuous pressure that just keeps coming from both sides of this back lane. That's why we get Nemiga 3v1.
This looks like some kind of warm-up routine. You just got all these targets flying at you, utility coming overhead, and it works out in favor of Nemiga. They got full control. See if we'll have to turn away. This game gets tied up again. And safe to just be fine in Temple.
Terrorists win.
If it got you here, then why not do it again? Because that looks to be like what's being put in place. Bomb outside of the doorway still. And heavy on the execute yet again. So many grenades every time they try to swarm this.
They're just going to HE this, aren't they?
Lukowski's got an idea to try to stop it with the boosted Desert Eagle, but he drops the chance to get the first kill of the round. And Lear, concerned about Cave, he's got reasons to be worried. Exit just emerges. Gets dropped by Xanther right thereafter. It's a little bit awkward. Deep peek from Risky Bob.
Oh.
Where'd that bullet go? Couldn't get anything going with the one-op, so go ahead, save it for the 12th. That's a little something for the back pocket of MIBR. Ladies and gentlemen, Nemiga lead. Oof.
You can tell Nemiga are having so much fun by the way they are going be win or lose. They don't really care. They're happy to just, it feels like.
More focus, it's risky Bob peak.
And right back into the action. Again, just right into B with
They
pace.
love it, man.
Yeah, why not? The Risky Bob leads the charge, one and done on his behalf.
Yeah, he got it.
Ways right with him. Man advantage off that one. Nemiga, they figured what they wanted to try to pull off, which was just take this B site by force, by storm. Safe nade kills Xanther. Lear, though, on the prowl, gets himself a second. And now BRN comes out from the cave, so they found a solution to the problem. Just keep hitting B.
These guys.
Risky Bob peek. But it doesn't sound fun.
Where's their Risky Bob peak?
Xanther sits on it for a second. A lot of bodies grouped up here. They're going to wait that. Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say wait the smoke out. No need. And Sonic gets a headshot through it. Then they flood towards Xanther, and it's all good MIBR. Bomb plant's going to go down safe. Quick and sudden pounce definitely catches Nemiga off. 3v5 pistol retake attempt is what they've got to try to make stick. First one's clean, but Lear toppled right after, and Lukowski now just going to tuck in. Let Exit take the contact. Zway's got 3 bodies in front of him, but won't be able to topple anybody else. So Nemiga's lead cut down to 1 as MIBR just get right back to action on the B site. Have you seen MIBR lately? Ooh.
But yeah, MIBR and Legacy and Pain and Furia, the talent's just spread out. And that's why there's all those teams are here, but also why all those teams have this like low chance of actually going deep is because they've all got players each other won.
Oh yeah, well you just mentioned 2 teams that are 2-0, Mohan.
Yeah.
Shout out Pain and Legacy, folks. Zway's got the first one. They're gonna find a pack of players heading up into the B site. Surprise, surprise, it's B again. Khan on the receiving end of it though. Okay. That's not the best cover, and it's also just opened a perfect chance for Lear to attack the flank.
This is messy. How do they forget about Long
I don't know.
entirely? Landing on the outside of default.
Smoke in front of Insani, he gets spammed down by Zway. Very action-packed round there from Lear. Didn't waste a moment to attack the flank on ramp.
I'd be yelling if I was Lear.
There's only one way this ends. Well, there's 2 ways this ends. But it's going to be a bloodbath regardless. Khan and Lear and Xanther just mow them all down. And it goes about how you'd expect with so many guns just fixated in on that one exit point.
Oh, wow. They're actually going to go back 25 seconds. The last piece of utility is a fake. CTs are starting to move from this, and oh, that's a little late to find that. Sway, be careful.
Whoa, he gets into the cover at least, but yeah, they're going to try to charge him down, and he's not going to hold anybody off this A site. Down to 10 seconds. Oh, thinking about A main, but the cover still comes up from Insani. So bomb planted, Risky Bob up next, swings into Safe, who gets the better of him, and now they can hold off for this mid-retake attempt. Xanther, quick kill, but Lukowski, double tech 9, makes the difference. He was the last player standing, critical double kill. Clearly MIBR willing to pull the plug and head elsewhere.
They know when they're not wanted.
Oh, okay, ramp progression. Nemiga trying to fight this with that cave split coming through. Exit hangs on to his. And the bottom of the ramp now starting to be taken over by Xanther. You've got this smoke to section off a player outside of the doors. You know there's one stuck in that corner, but the smoke fades and Xanther's got to leave.
That's a brave man. Really extended his visit with that little extra spam, but it's a position they needed because he's low, they're down to 3. Yeah, and again, it's a more one-note gameplay from these guys. Well, they got to be careful with that loss, however.
Challenging the plant, not going to stop it. Can very quickly,
watch
those scoop players off site, all done.
Okay.
Just instantly jumping on top of it.
I feel like he was still playing when he was standing up.
It's a great day for Brazilian Counter-Strike, just not so much in MIBR. Yeesh.
There's still
Sonny,
time,
though.
it looks like.
Yep, gonna find timing. If you let him keep fighting, he will.
Wait, they're going A.
You asked earlier, you know, how is he sitting 15 kills and still losing? Hasn't stopped getting these frags. 22 and 11. A-site absolutely taken over. Turns out there's a second half to this map. And it turns out that it looks good on MIBR.
Yeah, especially when mid control goes that way. All right. He's in Sonny as Weapon X with a supporting flash, and they take 2 out on mid. Out of spawn calls are exciting. MIBR not dressing this one up to be too different. They're just, it's a simple call here. Lukowski looks like he's gonna. It feels like he's gonna randomly turn around, but right now, okay.
Con right to the point. No surprise, we see him take to the charge again. Same flashes, same attack, just nobody home this time. Total mid control for free.
Yeah, I mean, Con's the only one with an AK.
Here's that aggression you were talking about. Goes down. It's my.
Wow.
Now, nobody to pick up that gun, but I mean, if he just gets the next kill on his own, then that'd be fantastic.
No.
2 kills for Con is big. Unfortunately for Nemiga, irretrievable weapons.
I don't know. I'd still rather be a Nemiga, I think, man. That's a crazy hunt down. And because you get those kills there, you get info on the third guy with the bomb. They're going to go for a pushover on B. Lukowski spots this, and he doesn't even get a kill. Not one frag from that push.
Not one frag. Mohan, not one point of damage. Nothing there from him. And so total recovery needed between Insani and BR
And now they're being covered from behind. You've got a long flank being worked on. Do not give up this kill, though, for if you're on CT side.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Your teammates are coming in from elbow. The only thing that could work here for MIBR is going in that direction.
Oh, you would have just had them stranded instead, trying to make that climb up happen. They were hopeful they'd be able to grab guns, but very nicely done for MIBR to just prioritize getting rid of them.
Could MIBR anticipate a flank?
I mean, you'd think so. And maybe that's why they're getting off this bomb site.
Oh, they're coming back.
Felt like they were going to leave. They beat back, and it's a single spray from Insani. Not the double opener like the round prior, but a double closer instead.
Yeah, no kidding.
Man.
After Con did all that,
Yeah.
the least you can do is be patient.
Especially knowing the flank's going down, but look at this bombardment of the outer B site. Op looking for its point of contact. Risky Bob already trying to challenge this with spam, and they're going to peel safe right off the top of that box. Now Xanther in the corner. Disgusting. Teammates dropping all around him. BRN trying to keep this one alive. He's got Exit still with him over towards that ramp, and they've got everything that's left of Nemiga corralled inside this cave. And they've got to be cautious because they just chucked the nade in. Nemiga's stuck behind that smoke for the time being. Are going to throw Sway over towards ramp. That's going to be Exit to deal with it.
They let him go here.
So it seemed. Instead, he takes up a position in the site. And now he's got to keep turning his head. And every time he turns it, he could just miss the timing. Sway straight up hits the headshot. There's the double back from BRN. And now on for the ace. One player left. A coveted 11th round that eludes him. Stare at that. Lear on his feet.
Youngest player at the major.
Who have decided not to go B. and instead we'll walk 4 players red room.
That's going to be hard to read, but they got the push on B main.
Look at this,
Oh, they're so slow to
7-person
this.
fight set up in middle. They all turn. One of those 4 players looks this direction. What an awkward fight to have to take. Khan's not able to stop them from getting over to the back end of B. It's still a B hit. It's just coming from the other direction.
There's also an A hit going on. What in the world was this round? 4 players pushing into window. They get caught instantly and still catch the flank kill. Oh yeah, second layer doesn't get the frag somehow.
Linda, linda, guys. Linda.
Worried about red room, but a lot of space being given over by Nemiga.
Is this fake? The fake isn't working. They threw that utility and now the CTs are leaving B.
Oh no.
They're literally asking for more fights.
Oh, this 5-7 in this position versus an MIBR that looks to be kind of stalling out, a little scared to try to push overtime. Okay. Luckily for them, 5-7 goes down with nothing. It's not the only one here though, and it's all in A main. Insani able to collect the next kill, and he'll catch Xanter in the back of sight as well. So even though Nemiga put the pieces in the right place, unfortunately for them, everybody comes up empty-handed. Pistols not enough. 12 rounds of play per half, not enough. We're going to overtime to decide who goes 0-2 in both of these 0-1 games.
Yeah, someone's worst nightmare. So the good clears come out here from MIBR. It's a close call. The setup is actually pretty good from Nemiga, and they read the last rotation correctly, but really no good guns.
Setting up outside B again, looking to put the pop up. His counterpart's boosted, and Khan
He's
ready.
A bit higher.
Just a little higher and a little faster. And so they go hunting for an op duel. They pay the piper. 5v4 advantage set up. Risky box tag though down to 60. Oh no! Team kill on one of the best performing players of MIBR.
Best performing player of MIBR. Sonny's gotten them out of a lot of bad spots. There was some damage on him already, so made it count. He would have been waiting to talk as well because they all burned through their timeout some few rounds ago.
No, exactly. Let's see if they can get the bomb down.
That molly would be useful for sure.
Utility opens the door. Gonna have to go for a suboptimal plant. Fire fades out. No plant at all. Exit's gonna need some very big kills here, and they're just going to avoid him. He has missed his timing. 1 second more and maybe, but he's gonna get run down, gunned down, embarrassed as Nemiga take the first round in overtime. I think you go back to the Insani mid plays because he found success here a couple of times, but eats those flashes on the way in, and by the time he regains vision, he thinks they're gone. It's actually still 2 players fighting front donut. Thing is, they win the duel. That's a risky bomb peek and a BRN trade back. There are bodies out here for MIBR, and you can't afford to lose a second donut player.
BRN's also low off the start of this round, so that mid control was their first attempt. But there's a lot more talking in this round. There's got to be adaptations and layers and protocols, and this push. So the exit's smoked out.
He's got a teammate in the corner though, Lukowski. Uh-oh, not as clean as he would have hoped. Definitely feeling alone at the moment. Loses straight up to Lear.
That's incredible. I can't believe that happened. No, not like this.
And another smoke. Oh, and Lear gets the wall bang. Oh, this round is just rude.
That's just awful. I feel bad for MIBR right there. Dude, Lukowski, that's not the Lukowski we know. He's tucking, he's waiting for someone to help him. This guy's an animal, right? When he comes out and plays CS, Lukowski was the guy who had the craziest T-sides, the most aggressive plays ever, sure. He's maybe tempered it, crafted it nicely for tier 1, but that's a moment, man, where Lukowski would not have been waiting for some help to take a duel. The guy he was fighting was out in the middle of nowhere. There's T's behind the doors. He shouldn't have let Lear take this angle on him.
Money low in overtime at the major, and so we've got limitations for MIBR, but we do have an opening kill. Insani hits the ground. No double down from Zwei. Lear to try and save it again, but he has his back exposed to Lukowski, who gets a quick taste of revenge. Still stuck in this corner. Tapped out by Xanter.
He's too fast.
Low health for B Aranazan in a 1v2. He can take this bomb towards A site, but Nemiga say if we're not on the attack, we can still seem to rush B. Over and over, that aggression down the lane. Over and over, Lear with impact. Another multi-kill here in overtime, and down he goes at the hands of Khan. It is a flawless CT side in overtime. Through that smoke they'll go. Oh, are they hitting B? Off at the front of it, eats the flash. That's not a comfortable fight to suddenly be thrust into. Exit, dies out. No way Xanter gets through that fire with 8 health left over. And now you've got a completely split up defense here. Overtime could end up being a bust for MIBR. Nemiga, man advantage set up outside this site with 4 players strong and mid control as Zway can take his sweet time. Oh, and they walk into their death.
MIBR look out of energy right now. It's got to be Lukowski. He gets mowed down through the wall.
It is insult to injury here for Nemiga. Having an absolute field day with this B site yet again. They'll smoke off the 2 rotators.
Oh, the bomb's not even going B.
Nah, they finally do it. They head the other direction.
They're saving it for the last round.
They wait until OT4. And Xanter is going to attack this from behind in a moment.
Only 2 people on the site right now. They got to rush this.
Yeah, they're going to put the smoke down at sight. Cause some frantic play here. Insani able to pick up that kill. Zway doesn't want to drop the ball. Biata and Azen from back sight's been found out. Missed op shot reopens the door for the clutch. But the young gun closes. And Lear stares down his opposition. All too easy for Nemiga.